Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I have not been up this early in a very long time, but it was necessary. How's everybody doing? Happy birthday to Goldie. Happy birthday to you, Goldie. I hope you have a really good day today. It is Leo season. Shout out to all the Leos. I hope you have a really good day. And if you are at work, I hope you do something that's really nice afterwards. Um, Thank you, everybody, for coming in. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe and hype the video. Good morning to you. I hope everybody's doing well today. I was going to come live after the show last night, but my daughter and I had gone to see The Odyssey. Great movie. Great movie. Okay. I don't know if that's your judge or not. I don't know. But I know I'm gonna have to watch it again so I can go back and catch everything that I caught at the end of the movie. It was just really good. Action from beginning to end. So we got in late, not late, it was like 8 something. So then I had to watch the show, review it, post it, and I said we'll go live in the morning and review it and talk about it. So that's why we're here today. So good morning to not from Long Beach. What's going on, Long Beach? Good morning, Valerie. Good morning, Delicious. Oh, girl, good. You on vacation. That's fantastic. Fantastic. I love that. So we're not going to tally too long. We're going to get right into it because I got some other stuff I got to get done this morning. But I already posted a minute. So go check that out after the live. And somebody, let me see. I'm not going to say somebody. I'm going to tell you exactly who it is while we wait on everybody to get in. Let me see. I can't see this. Franchise Player 75 said, Millie, I need an Ariane Bun segment ASAP. I told her today is your lucky day. So I got to get y'all an Ariane parody out. So I'll do that because, hey, Velocity. Hey, madam. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. I love that. Thank you for being here. I'm so excited you're here too. Good morning, Dorothy. I'm glad you're here, Wendy. Thank you, healthcare workers. We're going to be here like an hour. Shout out to my Facebook people. Shout out to you, Dorothy. We're going to be here like an hour because we're just going to go over the show. Okay? So we'll get started in like 10 seconds. We'll get started at the 3-minute mark. She said, I can't wait for the AC parody. I'm still trying to figure it out. I've been trying to figure that parody out ever since I was in Vegas and somebody sent it to me and I was like, what am I going to do with this? So I'm still pondering about it. After my appointment today, I'll probably do it. So look for it around I might get it done before I leave, but we'll see. Oh, what's that? Nia, I'm so glad you caught a live, honey. I'm going to try to make this the best live you've ever seen. So we're going to go get on into it. So last night, so this is the episode we watched last night before the season finale next week. Yay! It's coming to an end. So we're almost there. One more episode, then we can get to this reunion, and then we can be done with the Housewives and on to something else. We can be done with Atlanta and on to something else. So we start off with Shamia. Shamia has walked in to see her attorney because the bum rum. She mentioned the bum rum about 10 episodes ago, I believe, in the very beginning of the season. And she wanted a peach flavored rum, and they don't have peach flavor in Grenada. So evidently they've come to some kind of agreement. So her lawyer is saying that the problem they're having now is they want her to buy wholesale. She doesn't want Gerald to say, I told you so. And I had posted in my review that I was really proud of Shamia for telling the producers that she didn't want to talk about Scotland. And somebody said, why are you giving her so much grace or something like that? I'm paraphrasing. And I was like, I was glad she told the producers that she don't want to talk about Scotland, because in order to talk about Scotland and how upset she was, that means she would have had to talk about Portia, which means she probably would apologize or cried again. So I was very happy that she did not go that route. Neasia. Okay. Thank you, Neasia. Thank you so much for fixing that for me. I see it now, child. I can see it now. So yes, thank you for fixing it. Because I do the way people tear my name up, I get it. Yes, Goldie. Y'all, let's say happy birthday to Goldie. Today is her birthday. But Goldie, that was the craziest thing to do most of the the way she used it at the end of the show. I mean, it was a game and you like to play games, but I thought that was just I don't know. I don't know, but it's Shamia. It's a Shamia thing to do. So it's not too far off. You know what I mean? It's not too far off from her. So yeah. But I agree with you 100%, Goldie. 100% I agree with you. So then we get to, let me turn this down because I'm watching this show as I review. So now we get to K Michelle and Cashton. We see Cashton again, and they are meeting with good morning, YT. And they are meeting, hey Aries, Kia. So they are meeting with Angela and Charles. Let me say this. I need Angela, and I know y'all heard me say this. I need Angela to really rein it in with Charles. Because for Charles to act like he's not interested unless he's talking to other guys, unless they're talking about basketball. But I also feel like Charles got, a bum season because the seasons where we saw all the guys with Greg and Todd and Apollo, you know what I mean? And whoever Kenya was paying that week, those seasons were fantastic. And all Charles has is casting every once in a while, and he's not there all the time. But yeah, yes, his mouth is way too fly. Charles say the craziest thing ever in life. I know. Look what Brown Sugar Baby said. She said Charles isn't interested. Let's be clear. But this is my thing. I get it. I agree with you. I don't disagree. But if you're gonna be on my television show, the show where I'm over here lying and making a position for myself, if you're gonna be on my show, you're gonna have to act like you're interested. You're gonna have to act like it. When I say give me a kiss, matter of fact, I'm not gonna even ask for a kiss. You just gonna give me one when I perch my lips up to you. It's just gonna have to happen. You're gonna come in, you're gonna hug me, you're gonna act like you want to be here. You're not gonna side with nobody else. You're not gonna act like you're not gonna be, what did he say? Uh Something about when they was doing the yoga poses, and you're not gonna talk about getting nobody else to do yoga. You're just not gonna do that. Yeah, he's not there as much as Gerald, but he is willing to do the show. He stays having her look crazy. Charles he is like a mean granddaddy. Goldie said Charles like a mean. Yes, he's horrible. He seemed interested in talking to Kay Michelle. Yeah, he seems interested in talking to Kay because Kay has a different, but men like that would do that. They'll talk crazy to their wives, you know what I'm saying, or their girlfriends. But when they get in the presence of other women, they turn it on and they just completely charming and they're smiling and they're being complimentary and all of that kind of stuff. That's how they do though. That's how men like Charles do. They will sit there and do that all the time. But anyway, after yoga, Kay is talking to Angela about Shamia. And Kay is saying that she's being really fair. And Angela is like, Shamia is a professional victim. Hold on, let me see. Kay says she's very fair and she doesn't want Shamia's relationship with Portia to be her whole story. And then Kay said she was really hurt because she was talking to Shamia every day. But Shamia is not interested in being just Kay's fast friend. She feels like she has something solid with Kelly and she's needing Portia. Thank you, Gina. And she's needing Portia, but it's not working out. Let me see. And Angela, I agree with Angela. She just wants to be the victim, and that's just how she is, and that is where Shamia lies. But like I said, I think Shamia got it at this point. I'm gonna fast forward through this part because this was real cute. Portia was taking photos with Pilar to replace the pictures that she had around the house with her and Simon. I thought Pilar looked really pretty. And then when they talked about Portia dating Mike and Sway. And why are you holding on to this dude, Portia? Because you know you don't want to have no kids. And Lauren is like, well, why you won't let him go? You know what I mean? And so, I mean, but I feel like this right here is just a part of Portia's storyline because we all see how it ended with Portia and Sway. They are together. Mike is not in the picture. So I was glad that Portia was able to be, you know, keep Mike in the fold while she's talking about she's dating a man and a woman. But we all know how it ended, right? But when Pilar said, hold your stomach, I got too tickled, honey. She said, put your stomach in. But I thought this was just a little filler part right here for Portia and Lauren. But Portia does need to leave this man alone. But she brought him on here. She had him on here long enough to do what he needed to do. So I thought that was pretty good. I think Portia, Goldie, and Dennis always move like family. And I also feel like Dennis is just an ace in the hole for Portia. Just like when this stuff don't work out, I'm going right back to Dennis. That's what I feel. So now we're at the part when K Michelle meets up with Shamia because now she really wants to talk to her friend because, you know, girl, why did you do that in Scotland? Why did you put all that stuff on the table? So Kay is like talking to her about, you know, how does she feel about Scotland? Do you feel like the girls came together? Do you feel like the girls were divided? Shamia said she was tussling for her life, right? And then as she's talking, Kay is like, girl, what made you do that? What made you drop all that information out? Did y'all hear Shamia when she said, should I have put it online? She was like, should I have posted it online? No. But she went on to explain to Kay that her and Portia had decided that they would not bring the mothers in. But when Portia said, you know, your mother took the daycare, I don't even think the word egregious or the fact that Portia said your mama took the daycare was anything bad enough to do that. I'm sure there was something that Shamia could have said that was not that heavy. Hey, Miss Queen. Yeah, she was. I agree. she said she was. Girl, Kay need to tell Dr. Cass and go to a dermatologist also. Right? Now, Kay is saying that she doesn't see the fun-loving girl anymore. She was like, and then Kay seems to really want to be friends with Shamia really bad. Hold on, let me see what she's saying right here. Oh, she said she came out of nowhere and you dropped it down on us like that. Like, why did you do that? And Shamia really don't have a reason to do that, other than she said that we should have kept the mothers out of it, and we had agreed to keep the mothers out of it, but you didn't keep the mothers out of it. I mean, people say what they want to say about Portia. I get it, but I don't think what Portia said needed that. Hey, Bunny. Bunny said I was trying to be nice. Oh, thank you, Gina. I'm glad you're here. So then, y'all, this is the part that got me. After Shamia has gone to Scotland, and Shamia has sat at this, and Shamia has sat at this table and told everybody that Portia's mama was trying to sleep with her daddy. And hey, Kiana, and you get back to Atlanta and you want to have your rum lunch and you send a text or invitation to Portia to come to your home that you didn't invite her to when your husband was having a birthday party. Like, keep that same energy. You didn't invite me to your home for the birthday party after I invited you to my home at the opening of this season, but now you want me to come to your birthday party. Hold on, let me get this part right here because this is my part that I was 100% in agreement with. Right? Hold on, I'm gonna read it to y'all verbatim. Wasn't that crazy? Wasn't that crazy? And then Portia said, "Girl, I'm not coming to your damn party. You are sick ASF. Please move along. Enjoy." Shamia, do you get it? Me too, child. I'm so glad. Portia broke the promise about mothers. Even Portia mother talked about Shamia. Hold on. Let me see what she said because I want to be fair. I want to get everybody's part. Amy said Portia broke the promise about the mothers. Even Portia's mother talked about Shamia. The gloves are off. I'm sure production made her send the invite. Well, if production made her send an invite, production was trying to make her look crazy because production knows Portia and they know how Portia moved and they know what reaction that Portia was going to give, which was the correct reaction. Girl, I'm not coming to your damn party. You are sick ASF. Please move along. Enjoy. Because why are you sending me a text message? I'm not coming over there. I'm still gonna go by, Amy, what happened in season 16 when Shamia sat down with Cynthia. Shamia mentioned it on the season, what was that, 15? On the season 15 reunion. No, the season 16 reunion. No, when she sat down with Cynthia, she was the first person to bring up the mother. She was like, there's some stuff that went on with, this is exactly what Shamia said. There's some stuff that went on with Portia's mother and my mother, and Portia and I are going to stay out of it because that has nothing to do with it with us. But due to the fact she said that, I'm guessing that's why Portia posted it. But Portia knew, or I guess she knew, or she remembered or didn't remember that she and Shamia had made that pact. So when Shamia had mentioned it, I guess that's why Portia mentioned it, right? So then it's just all gone to HE double hockey sticks. All bets are off. But at the same time, when she said what she said about Portia mama, you can't get mad at Portia saying what she said about Shamia's mama, regardless if it's true or not. Because I don't believe what Portia said is true about Shamia's mama. I don't believe it. I literally do not believe that. I think Portia sat up there and was pissed, and she made that up and she pulled it out of the air because you said something about my mama, I'm gonna say something about yours. That's my true belief. That's my true belief. She is so needy, Lenora. Oh, the invite alone was a stretch, but then to invite her to do a butt mode after calling her a generator. Yes! The invite alone was a stretch. Shout out to Juliana. A stretch, but then to invite her to do a butt mode after calling her a generational whore? Are you crazy, Shamia? And see, here's the thing. People that be going up for Shamia, ain't nothing wrong with it because Shamia got to have people to go up for her too. I agree with that 100%. All these ladies have people that like them. If you don't like Portia, there's people who like Portia. You don't favor Shamia, there's people who do. People don't feel some ways about Kelly, people do love Kelly. So you got to have that, right? But when you do all of this right here, when you do all of this, then you got the nerve to send me an invite to your house when you didn't invite me to your house for your husband's birthday, but now you want me to come because you done went over here and you done talked about my mama. And quiet as kept, she wasn't crying about the stuff she wasn't crying about the situation at the table. Shamia was in that, she wasn't crying about the fact that Portia said that about her mama. She in that car crying about, she know their relationship is over. She knows she can't go back to Portia. She knows it's over. Shamia knows that her relationship is done because she know her friend. She knows it's done. That's what she in there crying about. And I thought Portia's text was spot on. Girl, I'm not coming over to your house. I'm not coming nowhere near you. Move along and enjoy was diabolical. Yeah, she talked about the bone being brought to her. You know, and people, and I don't know, it is semantics, I guess, right? Because that's just the saying. Be careful of the dog that brings the bone. That's people say that all the time. That don't mean that people talking about Shamia like she a dog. They're not calling her a dog. It's a phrase. And the people got so turned up and turned around. And I was like, are y'all serious? Why didn't they make her send an invite to Gerald's birthday party? But they knew Portia was gonna act like that. They knew it. Even production made Shamia send the invite. Shamia should have sent an apology text first. You know what, Juliana? I don't even think it would have mattered if she sent an apology text. Portia did not break the promise. Shamia brought the moms up first. What are people refusing to? Girl, let me tell you something. Let me say this. Let me take a pause. Shine bright. I have been watching. I'm still watching season 16. I'm on the last episode of season 16, and I got on here season 16, episode 10 at the Pamper with Portia party when Shamia said when they were talking about their problems, and Portia was like, "You said I didn't want you on the show." Shamia said out of her mouth, "Yes, Portia, you showed me your receipts where you didn't want me to be a friend of, but you wanted me to be a housewife." And then people are messaging me talking about what Kenya Moore said. I don't care what Kenya Moore said. Kenya Moore said she had a hair care spa. She lied about that. I went to the spa and told y'all it ain't open. And you think I care about what Kenya Moore says versus what came out of Shamia's mouth on television? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So please don't send me that message no more. Shamia looked tired at the oh, she looked so tired at that meetup with Kay. Oh, she looked so tired. Shout out to you, Shine Bright, because you are right. 100%. I wonder what made them meet up with Kay. I wonder what made. Wait a minute. Hold on. Shamia looked tired at Kay. I wonder. Oh, I done missed it. Hold on. I wonder what made them leak the pictures for the. I don't know why they did that, girl. That's crazy. Shamia really has a broken heart for Portia. Now, Z, I will tell you that, baby, her heart is broken, literally broken for Portia. She is devastated by that. She's devastated by that. Like Portia is her friend. She crying in the confessional. But my thing is, if you had so much energy at that table in Scotland that Portia mama tried to sleep with your daddy, why are you sending this girl invitations? Why are you sitting in this confessional crying? Why are you doing all that? I would be so done with Portia. I wouldn't know what to do. And after that text, I really hope Shamia got it. Let me see. Portia did not break the promise. Shamia said, "My mom thought Miss Diane was a friend of the show." Yeah, she did. She thought that. If the flight before the wedding party was anything like this, I wouldn't have gone to the wedding either. It seems like Shamia does these invites for optics when she knows what's really up. Because in season 16, episode 10, at the Pamper for Portia Sheets party, Shamia, okay, Portia did say, "Shamia, the reason I didn't come to your wedding is because we was into it." And Shamia was like, "Wait a minute, that's not what you told me." And she said, "Yeah, I told you that, whatever, I couldn't fly because of my condition, but we weren't in a good place." Then Shamia says, "I could have bought your ticket." I don't know if Shamia put that on the plate for her wedding. I don't know if that was something that she told Portia she could do, and Portia just like, "I'm not going to do it." But that's what came out at their pamper party. Shamia probably invited Portia to the run party because she was afraid they wouldn't show the party on TV because it's not. That's a good point. That's a good point. Yes. Shamia probably invited Portia to the run party because she was afraid they wouldn't show the party on TV because it's not that interesting. And you know what? The interesting part about that party was George, Ashley, and Angela. So even if Portia wasn't going to come, that was going to be the time that we get Angela caught up in a lie. So it worked out for Shamia, but I agree with you. That's a good point of view. That is really good. So if Shamia don't come back, what will everyone talk about? Because that's all they talk about now is Shamia. Talisa, I don't know. I mean, you got Pinky that's pregnant. You got Portia and Sway, that relationship. Now, Phaedra does not have that much to talk about, so we ain't gonna sit here and pretend like Phaedra got a lot going on. But she could when she comes back. Kelly got a lot going on. When you see what's going on with the restaurant, what's going on with her relationship with her husband, her ex-husband, Jarvis. What else? Pinky bankruptcy, Pinky baby. Drew got a lot to talk about. Drew got a lot that's going on because in this episode last night, Drew was talking about Ralph was seeking full custody. Now that we know Ralph has it, Drew has a whole storyline she could talk about. So there are things to talk about other than Shamia. Because Shamia, let's just be honest. A lot of people say, well, if you take Shamia off, you want Shamia off because she's the most talked about. Shamia is the most problematic. Because I think we talked about Shamia. I know I did. I talked about Shamia because, girl, the relationship is over. It's over. Why are you still in your confessional talking about a relationship? Shamia is the worst kind of friend. Do you want a friend that's holding on to things for years and years and years, and then on mad day you throw it out at the table, and then you want to take it back and you want me to be your friend? Are you crazy? That's why people talk about Shamia, because we can't fathom anybody acting like this. That's crazy. So there's a lot of things to talk about. There's a lot of things to talk about other than Shamia. And then we will probably, and then Shamia was the doom and gloom of the season. Every time she come in the room, it's like, oh my God, Portia's not my friend. I want my friend back. Girl, get out of here with that. Maybe we can have some fun. That would be great. I think that would be great. And I think people who really go up for Shamia, y'all, I know y'all go for her in the comments, but in your real life, are you sitting back saying, Shamia, you need to shut your mouth? You look crazy on TV. Why are you still trying to be friends with Portia? I'm out here fighting for you. Okay. So Shamia, okay, we talked about that. I told y'all Angela's husband don't like being around her. I don't think he wants to be. Oh no. He doing more than Gerald. At least he's in the confessionals, but he really don't have nobody to be on the show with. I think Charles will really shine if he has some other guys to be around. Yep. Miss Shamia implied that Miss Diane was a bad friend of her mom. And then we get Drew over here. Drew is over here talking to Pooch Hall. They're getting ready to do a play. So Drew is really trying to get her money up, her work up, because she got a lot going on. She doesn't know what's going to happen. At this point, in this episode, she said that, she doesn't know what's going to happen. Ralph is trying to get full custody. So she's dealing with that. Now, we all know how Drew's story turned out. So Drew should have a really good season next season. Drew should be that girl. It should be the Drew show next season, for real. That's when people start saying stuff about Portia's mom. I wish Shamisery would just follow Candy's advice and leave the show since her husband was all that money to support her. I don't know. Shamia then still the one to bring them up. It's not breaking the promise. Wait a minute. Shamia then was still the one to bring them up. It's not breaking the promise. I agree. I mean, and then the thing is the way she brought it up, girl. It was the way she brought it up. I'm exhausted with Shamia and Portia back and forth. I am exhausted too, Talisa. I am not gonna lie. I am tired of it, and I'm glad this is coming to an end. I believe the Uncle Daddy. Let me go down here to the bottom to these comments because I done got lost in the comments. Hold on. Ooh, y'all got a lot of comments on here. Hold on. Oh wait. Kelly only there because she need a place to stay. Oh yeah, Kelly got some stuff. They have plenty to discuss besides this crime baby lady. Yes, I agree. They have plenty to discuss. Plenty. But let me tell you this. The collective kept bringing up Portia to Shamia. And here's the thing, Lauren. They kept bringing up Portia to Shamia, and Portia kept knocking it down. Like, Even in the interview with Carlos, like when he brought it up to Portia, Portia was like, "Look, I wish her nothing but the best." Done. But when he brought it up to Shamia, and she was like, "I really don't want to talk about that," and then he continues to ask questions, so she continues to talk about it. So as much as Shamia, people talk about Shamia, she don't do nothing but talk about Portia. Now Shamia is the new by Felicia. And the kicker is that she's only saying she wants P as a friend to have an ally on the show, not in real life. We were all rooting for you. Yes, Crystal, we were all rooting for you. Let me see. Wait a minute. I want to get this comment right here. Jamil. When you were once friends and was a loyal one, loyalty is when things aren't good. That convo should have been talked about in private. I believe it would have went on the other way. It was embarrassing. It was very embarrassing. It was very embarrassing, right? Even though Portia said, "Me? Who? Me? Embarrass me?" It was still embarrassing because you said it on television to at least 650,000 people that's watching. Yeah. Live her life and not come back. Hold on, let me go to the bottom. Let me go to the bottom of these comments. I'm sorry I couldn't get to everybody's comment. It's so many. Hold on. They need to get rid of 3 people, and guess who? Who, Jamil? Tell me who it is. Tell me real quick who it is. Good morning, Linda. Not Johnny Mathis, honey. I love Johnny Mathis. Not too much, too little, too late. He's saying Denise Williams. Girl, I know. Bye. Shamir reminds me of Martell. Ooh, never taking any accountability. Me too, Dewana. I'm right there with you, sis. I'm tired of it too. Kelly K. Michelle. Kelly K. Michelle Pinky. Okay, let me say this about K. Michelle. I think K. Michelle, maybe she's understanding her footing. Let's give Kay a little grace because Kay comes from Love and Hip Hop. And I was listening to somebody and they were saying that, Love and Hip Hop, these ladies have to be around each other. I mean, Love and Hip Hop, they don't have to be around each other. But with Housewives, these ladies have to coexist all together. You have to meet up at somebody's house. You have to go on trips with these women and be with them for days at a time. So Kay is getting her bearings, right? Yeah, Pink is the one that's pregnant. So I'm gonna give Kay some grace because I think as I watched this show, I saw Kay figuring it out. You know what I'm saying? But one thing that Kay's problem is she thinks she's bigger than the program. You're a part of an ensemble cast, sis. This is not just you. Hey, Sarah. Me too, Linda. So I'm gonna give Kay some grace. I'm gonna give Kay some grace. I'm gonna give her some grace. I'm gonna give her some grace. But shout out to Portia for closing on her mother's house and then closing on the new house, paying the house off in cash. Shout out to Portia for doing that for her mama. Because she talked about how she got put out of her house when Cordell had left her and she had to stay with her mama. Her mother has supported her. I thought that was fantastic. So I don't know how the people gonna feel about that. I don't know what they're gonna say because they feel like Portia don't have it together. But Portia got that together. Now I don't know what she gonna do about her house. I don't know. I don't know what she gonna do about her house that she's currently living in. Hey, Allie. But Big P did that, Rita. Big P did that, honey. She went over there and bought her mama a home, honey. And it is a home. Now, whether she paid it off in cash, I don't know. We don't know for real. But she said it was paid off in cash, and I think that's great. Mm-hmm. That's why they really hate Portia, because Portia got her stuff going. And honestly, I was listening to somebody. I think I was talking to Taria. That $7 million home, I think she was saying that Simon put $2 million down. So it's actually $5 million. Portia probably can afford that house, and she probably will sell it because it's a big house. What you say, Mo? We have never heard of Portia's what? Not Portia bought that house for herself and she let her mom live in it. Hey, hey, Z. Phaedra was safe and neutral this season, like she had no beef with anyone. Yeah, Phaedra and Cynthia were like neck and neck. Like Phaedra could have really been a friend of this season. Um, but I don't know if they're gonna talk about Phaedra's confessionals as it goes to Portia. Because Phaedra had a lot of shade for Portia this season. A lot of shade. She called her a garden tool on many occasions. So I don't know if that's just something that's par for the course for Portia. I don't know. And I don't know how Portia going. Yes, honey. Portia closed on the house that she was selling for her mother. This is what she said. She closed on the house she was selling for her mother. And then she closed on the house that she got for her mom. So the money she used off of that house, she put it on her mama house and she got her mama home paid cash. So yeah, she did that. Wait a minute, what? I just want to see. Oh, thank you, Cancer. I'm glad you're here, honey. Thank you. I'm glad y'all. Uh-oh. Portia been getting dragged verbally at the Portia better. Wait a minute. Portia better. What? Hold on. That thing came up. Portia better drag Kay verbally at the reunion. Do you think she gonna drag Kay? Because Juliana, think about how the show went. Like she could drag Kay for the beginning, but towards the end, like on this episode, they had a double date. Exactly. But she says she's smart. Buy property and house her mom mortgage free. So if she needs somewhere to go, she can go to her mama house. Exactly. And Diane knows. Diane knows that she done fooled around here and got put out of the house with Cordell. That's her baby. Because if it was my baby, you can come on to the house. You know what I'm saying? And Portia got to come to her mama house. Then Portia go to her mama house. Portia is I Love Lucy. And Shamia is Ethel. If only Shamia knew what she would be loving. If only Shamia knew that we would be loving her too. Why Shamia tried up Portia and buy her mom house now? Shamia got her millionaire man. That's why she's not leaving. Yeah, I thought it was so funny when K Michelle said, I'm going to go and support Shamia with her rum that she wants to make a contribution to a house that's already paid for. And I mean, I'm not mad at Shamia for wanting to have her own things. I think that's cool. You know, she's Gerald's wife. She doesn't have to do this. She goes out, she's a socialite, and she wants a rum. I don't think anything's wrong with that. Kay feels like, girl, what are you doing? You need to shop and go out to eat and party. Kay was Juliana said Kay was Twitter thugging. She need to answer to her crimes. Yeah, she had a lot to say. And Portia said it right back to her, like she said, baby, the way we handle that over here, honey, you were 2 doors down from me. We handle it face to face. We don't handle it on Twitter. And that's all Portia said. And I hope that she understand that. Hey, Chase, thank you. Simon divorce paper said P made $8 million in 2024. Portia can do what she need to do. I never underestimated her financial sense. I know people think she's stupid, but I think she plays the part. I think she plays the part too. And here's the thing. Because I agree with you. Because Portia don't get mad at these people sitting out here. I mean, she's not going to get online and go back and forth anyway. She's not going to do that. But I think she does play that part. Because it's some stuff that Portia does. Now, I think when she said 265 days a year, when she said that, you know, who was the conductor on the Underground Railroad, I do believe, I don't think Portia was playing. I think Portia has grown since then. But that was crazy. That was wild. The apologizing is too much. So now Shamia is at her launch party. And of course, K Michelle told Shamia she wasn't going to come because she doesn't celebrate Halloween, right? So Kay and Cashton are out with Mike and Portia at the bowling alley. So Mike has professed his love for Portia. Portia gave Mike the answer that he needed because it was her attitude. She was like, oh, you gonna just tell me that in front of everybody? It was the way Portia was acting. Like at that moment, that was the end of Mike. We're never going to see him again unless we watch a Country Wayne skit, because Portia let him down real easy on the television. So that relationship is over. Their relationship is hella over. Kay still cheerleading for Shamia. Let her speak for herself. Yeah, because she asked Portia, she was like, so you not going, because Portia was like, I gotta go take Pete trick-or-treating after this. She's like, you not gonna go to a party? She was like, why did you send that girl that text message? Portia's like, she's still showing text messages? She's a habitual text message shower. I don't know why. She said, thank goodness Drew got the work done on the outside, but she's still a delusional liar. Poor Drew. Poor Drew. It would be interesting if Kelly and Portia became friends. How would Shamia relate? I'm gonna tell you something. Portia and Kelly being friends would be awesome. And let me say this. After going back and watching Kelly's season, it's a commercial coming on. So I'm gonna say this. This is my commercial break. After going back and watching Kelly, I think Kelly's only big problem was she had linked herself to Shamia, and she had taken on Shamia's griefs, war. You know what I'm saying? She had taken on things for Shamia because she was trying to be a friend to Shamia. Because after Kelly asked Portia, why did you take that woman's husband? And after Portia and Kelly sat down and had a meal together, they went out. I was like, this is a great duo. Portia and Kelly will be great on television. And Kelly is not, I think Kelly gets a bad rap. We gave Kelly a bad rap because she was cheerleading for Shamia. Because Kelly don't have no problem with nobody. Kelly don't have no problem with Phaedra. She really don't have no problem with Drew, because her and Drew really don't interact like that. They really don't have no problem. You know she don't have no problem with Pinky. She doesn't have a problem with Angela, other than her up here behind Britt Edie talking about, what about that baby? She don't have no problem with Angela. She doesn't have a problem with Shamia. She probably just talked to Shamia like, girl, can you please stop what you're doing? She doesn't have a problem with Kay. And she don't have a problem with Portia. Kelly doesn't have a problem with anybody. She just got caught up in the middle of it. Because when they were in Scotland and Portia and Kelly had made up, you could tell the next day Shamia was devastated by that. But Kelly don't have no reason to have no problem with Shamia. I mean, with Portia. Pinky and Kay were shading the crap out of Shamia this episode. Please, Portia ain't dodging no smoke. Kay is weak and all bark and no bite. Nope. Because Kay knows the whole entrepreneur BS Shamia is doing is housewife play. It's $1 million gift. Is a Connor's house supposed to be bad? I don't think it's supposed to be bad. I didn't say it was bad. Let me tell you. Let me say this. Payne with Mona said, I don't think Shamia's run will be a hit, and I'm gonna tell you why it won't be if it's not. Shamia doesn't have a good work ethic. She doesn't have a good work ethic. Now, she is good with the Hawks and the Falcons because she has that disposition. She's a cheerleader. She's a hype person. You know what I'm saying? Her personality is over the top in those environments. But in this environment, this is where she lacks. And I don't think, because she talked about the rum at the top of the season, and now we're here at the end of the season, and she just bringing the rum up. Instead of Shamia crying and vying for Portia's love in this season and in those confessionals, she should have been on the phone with them people in Grenada trying to ship some peach flavor over there to put in her rum, or really working with her husband. Offset, we're not going to see Gerald, but talking on the phone, talking to her lawyer, talking about trying to get this rum done. You had a whole other stuff you need to deal with. You had a lot of other stuff to deal with, Shamia. Instead of crying about Portia, now you want to talk about the rum at the end of the season? That is crazy. Oh, Gloria, you know what? I do. You know what? Sometimes I do come to Raleigh. You have to be looking out. Sometimes I do come to Raleigh. Portia is a cancer they know for being great with finance and being family centered. Okay, so the girls are arriving at Shamia's house. I absolutely love Shamia's costume. I absolutely love Phaedra's costume. I love Cynthia's costume as the glue. I love Cynthia's costume. Pinky says she came as zombies because that's how she feels like the ladies are since she got on the show. Drew as a cowgirl or Drewonce, whatever you want to say. Who else? Oh, and Kelly as Wonder Woman with Jarvis with a helmet on. She told us that we were going to see Jarvis. She didn't tell us how we were going to see Jarvis, but she did tell us we was going to see him, and Jarvis has shown up, child, as Iron Man. I'm all for Shamia to just be a socialite. She doesn't seem to so interested in business. She has rental property that housing homeless, not toothless. Yeah, I think she's a good socialite. I think she's good. This season could have been even better if in a world, if we could have had Nene to be a part of the glue like Cynthia and Phaedra was the season. I know, Brown Sugar Babe. Y'all got to stop doing this to yourself. Nene is not coming back. At least Piggy got her own money. Yeah. Shamia needs to stop apologizing and stand on business. Yes. And you know what? Here's the thing. Just like she told them people in production that I got to go past these. I love y'all comments. Because I get caught up talking. Just like she told production that she didn't want to talk about what went on in Scotland, she should have told them, I'm not sending Portia no text message. Did you not see the bomb I dropped on her at the table? Do you honestly think that she's going to come to my party after I said what I said? I'm not sending. Shamia should stand on business with production as well as these women. Girl, yeah, Pinky. I'm looking at it right now. Pinky couldn't even zip the back of her dress up. Oh, a Black Power Ranger. Yeah, I think it was Iron Man. I can't stand no big head. I like Nene season 1 and 2. Shamia's a liar. She been lying since season 9. It's over for Nene. I don't miss her. Shamia is ungrateful. Shamia does everything production says. Bringing Ashley on was bringing Ashley and her husband on this show was wild to me, but it was good for the Angela part, right? So Kay actually came to the party. Cashton convinced her to come because he was like, you need to support your friend. So she says, I'm here to support. So Kay came to the party as Kay Michelle, right? So that's good. So now the ladies all sitting down. Ashley is in here with her Tinkerbell outfit, all the things, and she's sitting down. And hold on, Shamia is now apologizing.
I do apologize for my part and anything that was cringy, uncomfortable, and I didn't want to make all of you feel uncomfortable.
So she wants to apologize for her part. She wants to apologize for anything cringy and uncomfortable. I didn't want to make any of you uncomfortable. I agreed with Drew. At this point, take us out of the apology group chat, okay? Because your apologies are not landing with us. You need to apologize to Portia.
And I apologize. Her apologies don't really matter.
Yeah, it's over. Girl, apologize to Portia. Exactly. And here's the thing. I think a lot of people get money confused with how money works. Shamia got all the money in the world with this boring Halloween party. It's so boring. I would have rolled my eyes so hard and they got Girl, why you tripping, Malicious? I have rolled my eyes so much watching this season. But then now, not Angela, but Drew and Cynthia are trying to tell Shamia that she went low, 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 low. So then Kelly chimes in and said, you didn't tell your bestie when she went low, talking about Shamia has slept with Tinkerbell over here. And it's K. Michelle for me, like, girl, are you Ashley? She said, oh. So now Angela pulls up, Charles out in the parking lot. She pull up in her police outfit. She ready to come get the stuff together. But Angela does not know that Ashley is sitting here at this party. So at the end of the day, I don't even have to go through all of this. But at the end of the day, Ashley came and cleared up everything. Angela looks like a liar and all other things. Yeah, I mean, when you got real money like that, don't get me wrong. Shamia's decorations were great. Shamia's costume was fantastic. I love Halloween. I would do Halloween like Shamia and Candy Birds if I could do Halloween like Shamia and Candy Birds. Girl, them boots Angela had on. Angela said I put cases on. So Ashley is sitting here explaining my husband did not do that. Hold on. So Ashley saying that it's T because Angela asked, did she know Shamia? That's crazy. That's real crazy, right? So now Angela is saying that she did not say anybody that she slept with anybody. She's trying to put it on Ashley, but it's coming off wrong. And then when Angela really got her hat handed to her is when George walked in the room. And then George walked in the room and he was hella stupid. When Angela spoke about George, oh, wait, let me see. Before Ashley, wait a minute. When Angela spoke about George's life before Ashley, she was quiet. Exactly. She did say prior. She did say, but I feel like Angela pulled that out because Angela knew she was losing this whole situation. Because Ashley don't know what George was doing prior to her. Girl, Candy would have had this Halloween party off the chain. Do you understand me? It would have been some real life going on out there. Why did K Michelle lie saying she wasn't going to Shamia's party? Well, she went because she said Cashton told her that you need to go and support your friend because you're part of an ensemble cast. So she said that he said you need to go to support her. So he said that's why he went. That's why she went. Hold on, here we go. So George has walked in the building. And then Angela said, I said that you said when you met Shamia, you had to pay her. Now, Angela is saying it as in I had to pay her so I could have bang bang with her. Ashley was like, that's not it. Then George is like, I probably said that jokingly. Hold on. Uh-oh. I would never say that because number one. You said that you are dead. I never. No. So then George said, I never said that because something. And then Angela said, you said it at your event. Then he said, hold on. But even if he said it, he didn't say it in a way where. And then, like Ashley said, even if he said it, he didn't say it in a way where I'm trying to get something from her. I'm trying to sleep with Shamia. And I agree with Ashley. He wasn't saying it like that. No. And then he said, okay, they're going to a commercial. Let me let the commercial play because I don't want to fast forward too much. But we know that George did not mean it like I want to sleep with her, even though he said it jokingly. And it was Drew talking about Angela is vindicated. Angela's not vindicated. Angela lied because Angela told you in Scotland that she made it. Because when Portia said, where did you get that Shamia slept with George? She said, you got it from me. So Angela had made that up. Wait a minute. 5 women built Real Housewives of Atlanta in 2024. Something changed dramatically at BravoCon in New York, 2023. Angela Oakley. Oh, okay. I'm riding with Angela on this one. You riding with Angela on this one? Juliana, how you riding with Angela? Angela, I mean, it came out that she was lying. Because Angela made it seem like George said she was so fine, I got to pay her. He made it seem like he was sleeping with the girl. But he was saying he made a joke. And Angela just rolled with it. She took it way too far. She just took it way too far. She said, I'm with Angela on this one. I love how Angela checked Kelly. Oh, Lord. What Angela tell Kelly? Kelly, you don't have no house or no husband. George did make his wife look foolish because what I will say, and Rita and Juliana, what I will say is Angela was right because Ashley does not know what he has done prior to her. I will give you that. Nobody knows. Nobody knows that. But I don't think we're talking about prior though. It and 100%. K Michelle 100% said it just like that. It must be the money. Shout out to Deion Sanders. It must be the money. Cause ain't no way I'm around here with no man who paints his beard green. I'm not doing that. And then Ashley was like, what, 23 when she got with him? And he had 5 kids? Vanessa said she team Angela. Angela walked in just in time. Where were the guests? I don't know what girl, you know them people be way over there doing something else. They be over there doing something else, watching them. Angela asked her if she knows Shamia. Ashley replied no. She just asked if she knows Shamia. Angela asked who? Angela asked Ashley if she knew Shamia, and Ashley said no. Yeah, Angela knew she was God. When George walked in the place, Angela knew that she was God. Angela knew it was over then. Child, Ashley was in the middle of school, in middle school when George was in these streets. Absolutely. So, so that's true. She said Ashley was in middle school when George was in these streets. So Ashley doesn't know everything he's done, but I have to agree with Ashley on this. He did not mean that he was gonna sleep with her and pay her. I mean, that's wild. Yeah, that was confusing. You said that I said that she said that you said. Hold on, here we go. Let me see what George Scott say.
I did say a joke at my event. I remember I was lit. It was a joke at my event. I was lit. You know what I'm saying? But I do know. I don't know. Yeah.
So George said, I did say a joke at my event. It was a joke, right? And even him saying it was a joke still doesn't look good for Shamia because it's kind of demeaning. You know what I mean? It's still disrespectful. Don't say that. Don't joke with me like that. Don't joke with me that I'm so fine that you had to pay me to sleep with you. Don't do that. And you in my husband's house? That is crazy. So then Cynthia and Drew is saying, okay, so what you're saying, George, is that you actually said that. And then Drew says, Angela is vindicated. That was wild to me. He did, in fact, say it. He said it. I just listened to it. He said, but I was joking. But don't joke with me like that. And he said he was lit. George said he was in hot pursuit of a later of the evening, but it was his wife. He definitely said that. She said he definitely said it. She said, but that ain't no joke when you got a 27-year-old wife and 8 kids at home. Yeah, it's just disrespectful. Yeah, he said it. He said it. He is creepy. Angela said, I asked if you said it. In Scotland, when Angela said that, I always thought it was a joke, but that ain't nothing to joke about when you're married. It's nothing to joke about when you're married. Yeah, I was like, that is crazy. And then, like Shamia said, why would I sleep with George for $12,000 when my husband is a millionaire? Those things. I mean, I know people do that, but usually men cheat down. Women don't cheat down. Women usually cheat up. So I didn't think Shamia had done that. Shamia uses Gerald for money, Candy for a job, and Portia for fame. Shamia is a user and a habitual social. Girl, she done rap. Gigi done rap Shamia all the way up. Complete strangers want to be on Real Housewives of Atlanta by any means necessary. I agree with you 100%. Because I think, didn't Angela say that Ashley wanted to be on the Real Housewives of Atlanta? Matter of fact, Ashley and George got a YouTube channel where they do like they do lifestyle stuff about their life. Yeah, Ashley said she took that asking for tea. Ashley said when she said, "Do you know Shamia?" She said, "I considered that was T because you asked me if I know somebody." That was crazy. That was crazy. Girl, that outfit had me thinking he was. Angela did not flinch. She just looked up. You right, she did. She played it off good. I'm with Angela. She said, I'm with Angela. Ashley took Angela asking her if she knew Shamia for tea. Yeah, that was a lot. That was a lot. Thank you for popping in. Team Angela all day. He wasn't joking. It was in poor taste. I thought it was in poor taste too. Don't play with me like that. If you drunk or not. Don't sit here and say nothing like that to me. And I'm a married woman and you a married man. And now it done got on TV and misconstrued. And now it look like I'm a lady of the evening. Don't play with me, George. Go play with the hair color that you put on your beard. Don't play with me. Girl, when Pinky said that, Goldie, I was done. Girl, I was screaming in here. Cause then I had to rewind and look back up at George and I said, lie. I said, Pinky ain't lie. Woo! Yeah, he said it. He said it, Super 3701. He stood right here and said, yeah, I said it, but I was joking. But that's nothing to joke with. I don't like that part. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Team Shamia all day. You got to be Team Shamia. T. Smith. Shout out to T. Smith. I like Angela, but she has to stop. But you know what? Ever since Angela has been on this show, because like I said, I'm watching season 16. Angela was doing research on Marcus when they had come up that Marcus had said that her husband was cheating and been in a restaurant. Angela been doing research since she got here. So she'd be around here just Googling and investigating and on the blogs. I mean, she probably in these police sites. Oh, honey. That's all right, Avery. What's going on? Let me see. It is a very tasteless joke. And you should not make a joke like that about a woman. And now I'm gonna be on Shamia's side for this. Why would I sleep with George when I got at home? I'm not about to mess up what I have with a man with all them children and you choose to wear your beard green. I'm not about to do that. I'm not about to do that. Yeah, she said, I don't blame her. She was blindsided and said, I'm getting the tea. I'm not about to do that. That is crazy. K. Michelle said George's wife had to be paying her the way he looks. Nobody in America be with him. But Millie, you know you got to do your research when you join the group. I know I got to do my research, but if I do my research, it ain't gonna be no research gonna end up like this. It's not gonna be a research that makes me look like, oh my God, this man that came in here and made a joke about sleeping with somebody else's wife. It's not gonna be disgusting research. I mean, I might research to see how many husbands you've had or try to find out how many boyfriends Phaedra has actually had. That's research. That's what you do within the group. But this research right here, this is crazy. You don't want over here talk to this girl. And Angela said she was the one that said George was sleeping with Shamia. Angela made that lie up. And then to have him come on here and say, I said it as a joke, that's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. I like Angela too. I don't dislike Angela. I think Angela is hilarious. And although she's not, good morning, April. Although, whoever I got on my Virgo shirt this morning too. Although Angela is not, I don't know. Angela is, I like Angela. I do like Angela. I got my Frodo wig and Debbie. Oh, my conference call. Oh, I love it, girl. I love it. Angela is not perfect, but she's good for the show. She is good for the show. I like Angela on the show. Like I told y'all at the top of the season, Angela is a true housewife. I gave her, she was a part of my A team. Now I had to take her peach back after she did some crazy stuff over there lying on that girl like that. But the lie is what Shamia told Ashley Angela said. What she say? Girl, what did Shamia say? I think Shamia shouldn't have platformed George and Ashley. No, she should not have. I agree with you. Virgo's in the building. Wait a minute. What did she say? What lie did Shamia say? Because Shamia showed a text message from Ashley that Angela was over there trying to get tea on her. I think Shamia shouldn't have platformed George and Ashley. It would have been squashed in Scotland. Y'all not coming to my party after. Absolutely. That's why I'm talking about. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? So she was forced to vindicate Angela. Why would you have this man and this woman who we're not going to know, who we didn't know before, who we won't know afterwards? Because they're a blip on the housewife scene, right? They can put that on their resume. They were on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, but your husband came on here because he made a horrible joke about a married woman. Right after Shamia texted her, without Gerald, who is Shamia? Wait a minute. Without Gerald, who is Shamia? I wonder. That's a good question. This is a good question to the Shamia people. Without Gerald, who is Shamia? Because what we do know about Shamia, she is a socialite. She is beautiful. And she's a crybaby. That's what we know. You know what I'm saying? Like Shamia don't seem to do a lot of work. When Shamia said the hardest job I got is trying to make it to Chick-fil-A before they stop serving breakfast. I mean, those are great problems to have. I'm not gonna sit here and hate on it. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. If my job is to make sure I get to Chick-fil-A before they stop serving breakfast, that's not a bad problem to have. Yes, honey. Britt just sat down with. I just watched Portia and Cynthia sit down with Britt, and Britt tell Portia everything that Shamia showed them in the text message. I just finished watching that episode last night because she's 12 years old. Yeah, they wanted their 5 minutes of fame, and shout out to you for saying, why would Shamia platform George and Ashley on this show? Why would you do that, Shamia? That shows that I'm not saying Shamia can't be a good housewife. And when people want to say, oh, you hate on Shamia, I can't do no but talk about how I feel about what I see. And for Shamia to bring these non-essential people on her platform, on her show, about what you know to be a lie. If you know you didn't sleep with this man, Shamia, and if you did sleep with the man, why do you have him on your episode? Why you got him on your show? That is crazy. Hold on, let me play it. And then she's sitting over here in the corner looking crazy. Delusions.
For Drew to say Angela has been vindicated.
For Drew to say Angela has been vindicated, it's not adding up. Hold on. So, K. Michelle said, can you tell these people that your husband did not go into nobody's hot pocket? And then Shamia's sitting there looking like.
That's not what George said. George said, she knew about how much you got to pay her. I used to do funny events for George.
Oh my God. So then Shamia talk about how she used to do events for George. Angela was not vindicated. And then George said, y'all, I'm out of here. She had her own jobs without him. Yeah, she got her own jobs without him. And that's what I said. I like the fact that she's doing a rum line. I think she should have her own stuff without him. Kay said it's not that much love in America because it ain't no way she with that pudgy bald headed man because she love him. And I'm with Kay 100%. I agree with everything she said. Ashley don't care who sleep with George. Ooh. Portia can be single or married and be fabulous. Portia Williams. Shamia can't say the same. That is so true, and that's why people be mad because Portia can come out here, and I don't think when people talk about jealousy, I don't think Portia is jealous of Shamia. I just don't think that. I don't think that Shamia is 100% jealous of Portia. What I think about Shamia is that she just wants that fame. And she thought she could get it by being friends with Portia. But Shamia is like Dorothy. All she got to do is click her heels. She got it in her. She just don't know how to bring it out. Shamia is amazing on her own, and she can't even see it because she's sitting here in confessional crying over a woman that is not going to be your friend. I'm not about to do that. Shamia invited them because she thought they would say something they did not. It fell flat. Both were intimidated when Angela came into the conversation. Once again. Child, Gigi said she needs permission from Gerald. Hello. Without Gerald, Shamia is a singer, actress, host, mother, and daughter. Without Gerald, Shamia is a singer, actress, host, mother, and daughter. Now, hopefully, Shamia will put some money to the side so she can continue to be a singer, actress. You know, she got the host money. I don't know how much that's paying, but seemed like it's paying pretty good. I'm not saying she can't do it without her, but she got a little help. Why the cease and desist? I don't know why the cease and desist, child. I don't know. I think Shamia just be coming up with stuff to do. She just be coming up with stuff. Shamia before Gerald was a friend of. Okay. With Gerald, she's a housewife. How is she a socialite? She's not throwing parties or hobnobbing. Well, I say she's a socialite because she talks about how she's with the Hawks and the Falcons. That's why I said she's a socialite. She said that Atlanta is her city. That's what Shamia said. So that's where I got it from. I was like, well, she's a socialite. She out here moving and grooving in the city. Angela said her confession was the way he said tasteless. Yep. She wanted to cry even when Kay asked her a question. Shamia is a professional victim. Shamia needs to hang with white women. Unfortunately, so she can learn how to be a victim. Girl, look what Allie said. I cannot with Allie. I literally cannot. Okay, hold on. Oh yeah, I'm with Shamia. Shamia said I'm not calling asking nobody for tea on anybody. And I don't blame Shamia about that. Cause why? And then Angela went off on Kelly, said Kelly don't have no man in no house. And then Kelly said Angela's husband don't even want to be at home. And then I thought it was real crazy about the bum party, but they was trying to figure out each other's bums. And then out of the blue, this dude come out here with a horse for Drew. This immediately aggravated K. Michelle. K. Michelle was immediately aggravated when that boy came out there, thinking that she is Beyonce with her Cowgirl Carter outfit on. So that was it. Ashley struggled when it came to confront. Ashley struggled when it came time to confront Angela. Kate has a hard on for Drew, and I don't even know why. Can y'all put it in the comments? Let me get down here to the comments. Hold on. I'm going to keep this up here. Shamia been that girl before her husband. Y'all so petty and hate black. How am I hate a black woman when I'm a black woman, LaDacia? Y'all got to stop saying that crazy stuff because that is crazy. Nobody is hating on nobody happy in their marriage. That is so good. Do you know how hard it is to be in a successful marriage today? Do you know how hard that is? Kudos to anybody that's married and making it work. I'm the last person to do that. Don't we want all that? You hate on her every chance you get. I don't hate on nobody. Y'all be mad when I tell the truth. That's what y'all call hate. When I sit here and tell the truth that Shamia is a lap dog and crying in the confessionals, you see it. So you ain't never seen her. So I'm lying. You ain't never seen Shamia cry in confessionals and vie for Portia's attention. Why Portia doesn't want to be my friend? It feels like a divorce. You haven't seen that because it happened last night. You tell me this. Why would she say all that stuff in Scotland, LaDacia? Let me put it up here. Why would she see? Why would Shamia say all that stuff in Scotland with her chest, then get up from the table and cry, right? Then get in there and she really crying because she knows she done messed up her relationship. And then she didn't invite her to the house, but then she get back and want a cast of her behind and invite her to her Halloween party. Riddle me that, Batman. Riddle me that. Because ain't nobody hating on Shamia. Shamia is crazy. Ain't nobody hating on that. Who will you do that? If I just sat here and talked about your mother, and then I'm like, oh my God, LaDacia is not going to be my friend. Are you not going to be my friend? That is not hate. That is the truth. Y'all get mad when I tell the truth. And y'all can't even hold them accountable. Tell me, LaDacia, how you feel about her still wanting Portia to be her friend. How do you feel about her crying in confessionals after she done dropped what she said about Portia? She feel like Portia can come to her party and do a mold of her behind. That's what I want to know. Let me get down here and see your message. That's what I want to know. I want to know that, LaDacia. I want to know the answer to that question. Let me get down here because I need you to respond. Hold on. Because I get so tired of people saying that somebody hating on somebody. Ain't nobody hating on nobody. Exactly. Nobody's hate. We can only talk about what we see. That's all we can talk about. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes, not all the time, right? So I guess this would be something you can hate on. If Shamia's so happy in her marriage, why does she continuously embarrass herself for a friendship that's over? Answer that question. Y'all can't answer them kind of questions. Y'all want to say it's colorism. We all think Shamia is a beautiful woman. Shamia is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Shamia is a rich housewife that should be able to stand on her own. I have said this over and over and over again. If I was Shamia, there's no way I would talk to Portia. Not on any day. Portia couldn't say 2 words to me. I would tell production, don't say nothing to me about Portia. Nothing. Because this heifer mama then tried to sleep with my daddy. I'm done with her. But in season 16, LaDacia, in season 16, when they were in Grenada and they was on that bus talking about, Shamia, talking about, oh, we just shouldn't let things get in between us. And then she get in profession. I got my best friend back. Talk about that. Y'all that is Shamia people, y'all need to get in Shamia's inbox and tell her you need to leave Portia alone. You need to exist on this show the way Portia says she can exist civilly with you. You got Kay you need to fix a relationship with. You got a relationship over here with Kelly. You got a relationship with Pinky. You got stress with Angela. You got a little stress with Drew. Shamia got a storyline. She got a whole storyline. So I just hate when people do that because there's nobody's hating on her. We don't even know these people. Number one, it's a television show. We're just talking about it. Okay? Because after this go off, I'm going to be on to something else. Exactly, Ashley. Exactly. And you know what? I'm not gonna hold on to that, Ashley, and drop it on you on Mad Day, and then cry and say, "Well, I want Ashley to be my friend again. I want Ashley. I want Ashley to be my friend. Like I miss Ashley. It's like somebody's past. Girl, shut up, Shamil. Shut up and stand up. I don't want to. I hate to even talk like that. But it's just a. It's. I think it was some of the stuff Shamil does not want. Wait a minute. Ooh. Girl, she really don't have no self awareness. Oh my gosh, Mia really doesn't have self awareness. The fact that she sent Portia that text lets you know 100% she don't have no self awareness. Exactly. Come to the front. Let's talk about how rich, successful entrepreneur Shamia cannot be whole because she don't have her friendship with Portia. This is the only thing that's keeping Shamia from being a whole, complete person. A whole, complete person. Crying and apologizing. Not Shamia being herself turns me off. Gigi, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? I never said Portia had a storyline. I never said. I don't think half of them had no storyline. Drew don't have no storyline. Pinky's storyline is bankruptcy. We know Phaedra don't have no storyline. I mean, but Portia is dating back and forth. She's dating. She bought her mother a house. You know, she doing her thing. I mean, it's not strong, but she got something going on. She got more storyline than Phaedra. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Michael. She misses someone that she thought was a friend, but at some point she'll be okay. Portia has never been a real friend to anyone on this show. I'm not going to go against that, Jimmy. And I'm going to tell you the reason I'm not going to go against that, because I like Portia on TV. I like Portia because Portia's a good reality star. I'll say that. And love or hate her, she's a good reality star. Because people that don't like Portia, that's why you watch, because you don't like her. And people that like Portia, that's why you watch, because you like her. But at the same time, when I went back to season 9 and watched all the way up here, I came, Jimmy, and made a post and said these exact words. I understand why y'all don't like Portia. Because Portia is a very selfish individual. She's extremely selfish. And I like Portia. But she is selfish. The way she did Lauren, selfish. And that's her sister. So if she does her sister like that, we can't expect a lot. So I agree with you. I don't disagree. But at the same time, Portia's good television. She's exciting to watch. She's funny. She has a good time. Even when she does that stuff with Drew at the reunion, like last season, in season 16, she had all this problem with Drew about filming with Dennis, making music with Dennis. Get to the reunion, they getting down to the thick of the conversation. Portia don't want to talk about it. What Portia do? Get up and go hug Drew. No. Let's sit down and talk about this. But that's how Portia shut it down. Like Portia don't want to deal with it. When it gets too tough, Portia just gives a hug and say, let's move on. That's not the way to deal with it, but she has come a long way. She has come a long way, honey. She said Portia is dingy a little bit, but a fun girl. I'll take, yeah. She is fun. She said, I love Portia Down because she has learned to play the game. Absolutely. Day 1, Portia, and day 2, and today Portia is a great Bravo celebrity. But the course she's right, and that's what frustrates me. Because Shamia cannot get past like what. Let me say this about Portia. Portia was so wrong for that speech she gave on Phaedra. all the sauce that Portia had put on that speech for Phaedra really bothered Shamia. Cause I was watching it, I was like, okay, Portia, this is enough. Like you and like Phaedra done talked about you real bad in these confessions. I can't wait to see what you had to say with all this sauce you done put on her her birthday speech. Right? Even when her and Kelly made up, it was a lot of sauce that she put on that for Shamia. And here goes Shamia in her confessional. I don't understand. I don't understand. Why can't she just make up with Kelly and then not make up with me? Girl, you need to give it up. She makes good TV. That's it. That's what Portia does at the end of the day. Oh, thank you, Nicole. I love Jada, honey. Love Jada. I'm so glad you're here. Yes, she has because Hennessy Portia would have snapped. Girl, the way Shamia was pointing her finger at that table, I would have pushed Shamia across that table by her cuticle. Shamia needs to get off my screen. I'm sick of her tears. You know what? And Shamia's not going nowhere. I don't think she's going nowhere. But I really hope Shamia watches this season back. And like I said this before, and I say it again, Shamia has been around the greats. If you can sit around Nene Leakes, Marlo Hampton, those ladies, and Shamia has been at many, many reunions as a friend of, and you don't learn how to play this game, child, the way she was pointing her finger by her cuticle. And Portia is true to herself, good, bad, and indifferent. Yeah, she knows she messed up. That's why she want to hug somebody and get it over with. I really think Shamia she's not a student of this. I think a lot of us could go on that show, and I know the show is different, but I think a lot of us could go on that show and we would be looking side-eyed at a lot of people. I think we would have our guards up, but we would be able to, be nice and know, I can't do this with this. I can't do this with this. I can't do this with this. It's like Shamia wasn't even there. Like somebody just plopped her right on in the show and she just trying to figure it out. Oh, Portia, my friend, so that's why I'm here. No, ma'am. You have been a student of this show for a very long time. She told Carlos that she didn't even understand the show. That's what Shamia said. When Portia said that I had this and I had that, I was like, okay, that's fair. I don't want to be on the show because I don't even understand the show, Carlos. But yet and still you're here. Still not understanding. Still not understanding. Still not understanding. Like Phaedra said, anything can happen when it comes to Portia. Portia is definitely a student of Nene and Marlo. Definitely. Portia just knows how to play the game. Phaedra knows how to play the game. Cynthia knows how to play the game. Drew, I consider Drew to be a real housewife because Drew makes me want to pull her trachea out of her throat through her nose. Drew drives me crazy. Like all that, Drew drives me nuts. Drives me nuts. Johnny said, be yourself and show your life, Shamia. Absolutely. Shamia has stories that could pull at our heartstrings. You know what I mean? I love to see her with her girls. I love that. I know that Gerald doesn't want to be on the show, but Gerald could be on the show like understood. Like she could have a scene with Kelly and she could just be talking about a date night with him or something like that. Or we're going to do this endeavor or something like that. Girl, Drew irks me to my core and the Derwin issue added it. I know y'all had PTSD when Derwin showed up there on that laptop. I know y'all was sick. Hey, Ro. She said, I feel sorry for Gerald. Girl, when Drew had that, what was going on with Drew and the horse? And then that was so crazy because I couldn't get an understanding of it. I watched it twice. I rewinded it because I was like, she was supposed to go on a date with the guy. The guy stood her up. He was at this game party. Now he over here at the Halloween party. Hey, Latoria, what's going on, girl? Shout out to the Houston ladies in the building, honey. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Latoya, I was so girl. Child. Chloe made me want to come through the TV about you Saturday night. I'm talking about I'm ready to come through the TV about you. Let me see. She said I was vindicated. She said, "Wait a minute, Belicious, what you say? Hold on. I was confused. Why does the stud man keep popping up? Who is?" I don't know why that man keep popping up. Oh, that guy was stalking Drew is creepy. Good morning. Girl, the stud man. I think the stud man is the guy that came out there with the horse last night. Look, somebody said, I think we all want a piece of Chloe. Child, everybody want a piece of Chloe, honey. It was, I was so mad. I was so mad. I was like, Chloe, what? I was like, do y'all go back and watch these shows? Like, I want, you know what I really want Shamia to do? I really want Shamia to go back and watch seasons 16 and this season and really watch the show. Look at how you were. Because I'm going to tell you something. If I went, stud man is crazy. I think if Shamia goes back and watch this show, I think she'll be a better housewife next season. I really do. Yeah, I was mad at Labrina too. She gonna be in a stable with that horse. I really want Shamia to go back and watch the last 2 seasons and just take a self, like my mama say, take a self inventory of yourself and do the opposite of all of that next season. I just really, she said, Deja said, I don't think she has it in her. Girl, I was like, Lord have mercy. I just feel like Terry is such a unisex name. And then here's the thing. He done bought Drew a horse out here. Drew dressed up like Beyonce for Cowboy Carter, and you around here like you on Harlem Nights. Like, what is going on? You don't think she got the emotional intelligence to go back and look at? I feel like if Shamia would go back and look and like that would give her really a lot of perspective on her relationship with Portia. Because what I will say, wait a minute, her Miss Proportion will be in that stable with George. Not Drew and Miss Proportions in a stable. Big old horse's third place was insanity. That was crazy. I know Shamia was like, girl, what are you doing with a horse out here on my property? Like, she gonna talk about it next week. If he had pooped on my properties, you gonna have to pay me some money. But what I'm saying is, Shamia, go back and look at season 16 and 17 and look at the Portia stuff. Take all that out, Shamia. Take all the Portia stuff out, right? And then think about what it is that you can show us. Somebody said in here that you don't have the emotional intelligence to do that, and you need to go to therapy and come back and be your authentic self. I think that would be great if you sit back and look at what you've done these past 2 seasons. I think Shamia could be a great housewife. She's quirky, she's beautiful, she's affluent, she's rich, and she does seem like she's a good friend. But no, I take that back. I don't think Shamia is a good friend. I think Shamia is a dangerous friend, because anybody that can hold on to things like that and then throw them out at you on Mad Day and then cry because you're not their friend no more, is Shamia need to go sit on somebody's couch. Let me tell you something, Nicole. I don't know if y'all listen to Blue Blue Centric. She's on Carlos's thing on Monday nights, but she made a post. She made a live, right? And she was talking about people pleasers, and she was talking about how people pleasers are liars because you hold back all your things and you say it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, and then you go somewhere else and you let it out because it's not okay. And Shamia has said this over and over. Last season, she was like, she is dealing with so much with her daughter that she hides that and she deals with other people's problems because it just helps her get away from her problems. But then nobody is there for her because she's not making it known. Shamia, you need to stand up. Yeah, H-Town is in the house, honey. Then she did a great deep dive, right? That was really good. And when she said that about people pleasers, I was like, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. She hit the nail on the head about Shamia. She was like, she is an actual liar because they do not tell their real feelings. And I feel like Shamia had so many times that she could stand on business this season. We would have really had a different idea about her. LaBrenda gonna make me stop watching the show. Oh, okay, y'all. We're gonna switch real quick. Baby, LaBrenda. Let me see if I got it. Hold on. We're not gonna be here this long. Hold on. Let me see if I got a visual effect. Hold on. Let me see. Because I do want to do the right thing. Hold on 1 second. I don't have it. Dang it. Oh, it's an old one. I got this old one. So we're gonna have to go with this real quick. Real quick. We're gonna switch over to Hard Hustle Houston. Let me say this. I'm gonna say this real quick. LaBrenda is not a girl's girl. And I don't know behind the scenes. I can just only talk about what I see. For LaBrenda to sit up there and meet with Elena, regardless of what Elena got going on, if she outside or whatever, the fact that she said that Josh and Will has a relationship and she not going to get in between it, the fact that she said she felt like she didn't owe Elena anything, the fact that she said that it's two sides to every story, I could not. And when Elena said, why didn't you call me to talk to me about something that's so delicate, that made sense. LaBrenda could not speak to that because Elena was right. She was 100% correct. 100% correct. Because you sat here and you did never say, LaBrenda, that Josh was in your kitchen. Now, had Josh kind of your kitchen and you was like, and he said something about Atlanta, you were like, hold up, you and Will go back there and y'all smoke cigars and talk about that. I'd immediately got on the phone. Atlanta, Josh over here talking about that the business is his and you are the one that cheated. I'm just telling you because he over here talking. I could not believe that. RHOA is over it. OVA of it. She is over it, right? She is over Chloe. She is over these arguments. Latoria don't bother nobody. I was ready to come through the TV about Latoria. Because I was like, when they were sitting out there talking to their counselor, and she was saying me, Ro, and Ashley, and so and so, so and so. And when Chloe said, oh, you was with all the girls? How did y'all stay seated, Ro? How did you stay seated, Latoria? Because I would have had to get up. That would have been the end of my... Maybe I'm just at the age where I ain't got time for it. That's my thing. I'm too old. I'm too old to talk to you to talk it out. That's my problem. I'm too old to talk it out. Yeah, you did get up and leave, but I'm talking about Latoria. I am too old to talk it out. When that girl said, oh, y'all was all together, I was like, Chloe, this is the... And then, what's the counselor's name? What's that lady's name? What's the lady's name, Ro? Miss Sylvia. When Miss Sylvia was sitting there after Latoria and Ro left, and she's like, but do you understand what they're saying? And then for Chloe to say, well, I'm just going through a lot of stuff. Okay, Chloe, this is how friends work. Okay? You have to put yourself aside for a minute and realize that you done hurt your girl's feelings. This girl is upset because it's her daddy's birthday. She done got upset, had a seizure, and you talking about I didn't know it was her daddy's birthday, and you need to stop all that crying. Girl, that's enough for me never to talk to you again. I mean, and that's me in real life. I I know Latoya and them on the TV show, you gotta do what you gotta do. I get it. But at this point, we co-workers. We just gonna make that work like that because you are crazy. And I like Chloe. I could not believe what I was watching on that TV. And then she would, and I'm gonna tell you what sends me into the abyss of craziness. When she talking and then start laughing, oh Lord, I got to go. Because what you laughing at? Nothing is funny. Nothing is funny. Now I'm gonna need Norm to get his stuff together and bang bang Manera out on a daily basis until she tired. I'm gonna need him to make her tired. That's all I got to say about Manera. That's it. Norm got to get it together. But Elena, she needs to get it together also. Cause let me tell you, Ro, let me tell you what I couldn't with. When you and Latoya was sitting there telling her about the conversation with Josh and Will, and she was like, no, legally I can't talk about it. She was like, girl, he talking about it on TV. Well, it's not on TV. It's on TV. It's on TV. It's on TV. Yes, Elena. Yes. Insane. But Chloe, oh child, and the fact that Chloe's sitting over there at Jordan house and Latoya over here looking at rings. Latoya is a real one because I I wouldn't care if he got her a ring at the bubblegum machine at this point. I don't care nothing about it. Don't call me. I'm not coming looking for nothing. I'm done. I'm done. That's the only reason we told her on camera. Yeah, you said that. Elena is lying. Elena is lying. I think she emotionally cheated. Even if she emotionally cheated, Brown Sugar Babe, and I'm not saying she didn't, the fact that her husband is sitting over here in Labrina's kitchen and Labrina is over here siding with him without even talking to Elena is crazy to me. I just could never do that. Even, you know what she could have done? When Josh got to talking, she should have been like, hold on. Let me FaceTime Elena because I need her to be in this conversation. I'd have put her on FaceTime. Girl, look, Josh over here. Josh said that he owned the place and all you do is put on Mac and Bobby Brown. That's all you do. Mac and Fenty, that's all you do. And then he said that you done cheated on him in the last year. I just want you to know he over here. So, girl, here we go. Okay, Josh, continue. That's how that would have gone. But look, I thought Labrina was so unfair when she was talking to Elena. Yeah, she should have shut that conversation down immediately. Immediately. Not now. Say what you said about them now. I mean, insane. Like she was sitting there, like when Labrina was talking to her, when she was talking to Elena, and it seems like she didn't have any like softness for Elena until Elena was talking about her situation with Josh. Right? Labrina said that she don't see anything wrong with what she said, and Josh has the right to speak. Josh does have the right to speak. Everybody has the right to speak. But as a friend, he don't have the right to speak in front of me about my friend. That's all I got to say. And then you can still speak, but I'm going to call my friend and then we all can speak about it. But when she was saying that, like she was so cold, you know what I'm saying? She was so cold with it. He needs what? Josh can't have an outlet. No, he can't have no outlet talking about me over your house and I'm not there. Why you didn't call me? He can no, he can't have no. What you say? What you say, Ro? She didn't cheat. Women don't cheat. Not if Elena's her real friend. No. And that's what I said. I was like, these girls cannot be real friends. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way on the planet they can be real friends. Josh can go a YouTube page and speak over it. Yeah, Josh, get you a YouTube page and then talk about it. Don't come over here on this girl's show. This is Elena's show. Girl, look what Raquel said. Raquel is crazy. I'm not even gonna say that out loud. Exactly. Exactly. Latoya said, Latoya said, who is LaRonda? Maybe it's Josh middle name. She did. She gave him a full press run. And then Will out here talking about, oh, I saw receipts. Okay, LaBrenda, you don't even need in that conversation because you didn't see the receipts. Because at this point, it's hearsay. And I think it's insane that y'all don't have no reunion. I think if y'all want these ratings to go through the roof, if y'all ever needed a reunion, you need one this season. I was outdone. I was really outdone with Chloe because I was like, that is not a friend. No reunion is crazy. No reunion is crazy. That's a good question. Shelly said, why is Lorena so invested in Josh's story? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me go back. Because Crystal, I was trying to figure it out. Crystal, when I tell you I was trying to figure this out, I was listening to him. I was like, who is that? Who is that? Who is that? Thank you, Crystal. Thank you, Crystal. Because I was like, we ain't never heard him. We've never heard him talk. Oh my gosh. Girl. A reunion is very necessary. I agree. Bring it up. I saw receipts. Another reason to stay out of it. Yeah, I don't even believe he has receipts. No, Ro, I just said I like Chloe, but I can call it when I see it. I don't have no problem with that. I did. Chloe, I love Chloe. At first, when she first came out, the very first time, like y'all first episode when y'all was sitting at that table at the restaurant, I was side-eyeing Chloe because she was talking about Elena's husband. But then as the season went on, I just felt like Chloe was really comic relief. And I just kind of like, oh, okay. But this, I'm a girl's girl. This is not a friend. So I can call it like I see it. I ain't got no problem. I can let Chloe know that she's not a friend. Because that is not cool at all. Yeah, Ro, keep it real. Exactly, girl. Because I like Chloe. I really did. But then when she was sitting there, I mean, it really was like F you to Ro and Latoya. And I'm going through something. Like, I don't know. She's trying to figure out she want to live with her man. She's trying to figure out. Because I think it's crazy for her to tell Nico that he ain't got to be there. Girl, Nico going to be there when this dude not there. That's your son. Y'all want to answer this question, Ro and Latoya? Where has Atlanta been all season? Because I don't have the answer to that. let me go back to this. Sonya, I'm with you on that. The only thing problem I had with Shamia's run business is the name. When she said that, and then she talking about some clever, I was like, come on, Shamia, stop it. Oh yeah. Yeah, that was crazy. That was kind of crazy, bro. I was like, and I told Ro when she did it, and I messaged Chloe and I said, girl, I'm not gonna repost this on my page. I'll talk about it in Hot Topics. Because that wasn't something that I would repost. Like I'm not gonna repost everything. That is crazy. Chloe laughs when she's nervous. Yeah, but you need to, but don't get me wrong, and a lot of people laugh when they're nervous. I agree 100%. But you need to get another tick in check when you and I going back and forth, and I feel like you dismissing my feelings because you sit here and laugh. I'm done. I don't care nothing about your nervous system. Because I just thought that was horrible. I was like, why is she laughing? That is crazy to me. Latoya says sis gotta take her meds. Y'all was ready to jump through the TV. When it comes to like Latoya, I was like, girl, you are not gonna sit here and talk like this about Latoya. This is crazy. But I think for me, it was when Latoya said it was me, Ashley, Ro, and whatever, and da 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 da. And in the midst of her explaining, she was like, "Oh, y'all was all together." I was like, "Are you serious right now?" Even the counselor was like, "Chloe," Miss Sylvia was like, "Do you not see what you do?" The counselor is stumped. No, Labrina is not a friend. Yeah, she was talking about. Yeah, she was talking about Ro. Yeah, that's what she was talking about. Oh, this is good to hear. She said Elena was outside with us last night. She good. Good. Yes, I do believe. I agree with you, Raquel. Rum bum is corny, and I would not buy it. I would not buy rum named after a bomb. I wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't do it. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna do that. I'm sorry. Lola Latoya said Elena was outside with me and Ro last night, single lady. Go on, Elena. I'm not mad at you, sis. Yeah, it is very different because even when the show came on this season, it was separate. It was Ro, Chloe, and Latoya. Then it was Labrina and Manera, and then Elena was in the wing. It was so separate. Yeah, Elena has been healing and taking care of her babies. That's good. Latoya said nervous. Please take the meds. But Chloe just made a statement saying she don't care about blogs and she above it, but she's asking you to repost. I mean, I wasn't gonna do that though, Ro. I mean, it's just it gotta make sense to me. I only laugh when I know that I'm about to. Yeah, exactly, Nicole. Now, yeah, it's the other way around. When you get to laughing, when I get to laughing, it's time to go. If I get to laughing, I know it's time for me to go. I'm gonna just get my person, get on up and vacate the premises because I do not want to. I don't want no problems. So I'm gonna leave. And you know, Raquel, there it is again. I was sitting there looking at Josh, and I was like, "You clearly not friends enough with Atlanta to know what's going on in her business. So you're gonna believe this man that has not been friends with your husband that he is owner of this company? Because Will was standing 10 toes down on that. And I was like, dude, that's not cool at all. Y'all gonna make me late today. At this point, look, Ron Latoya. Somebody said at this point, can y'all have a Zoom reunion? This is exactly what Latoya and Ro needs to do. They need to go on live. It'll be YouTube, Instagram, after every episode and give us the real. Or Just do a live, a sit down in a studio and give us y'all own reunion. Just go and sit down and talk about different parts. Go and get the parts of the show and just talk about different parts and talk about what was really going on, this, that, and the third. Because we need to know. We really need to know. Let me be clear. Those ladies helped me so much that night. I was lifeless, and all Chloe cared about was y'all were together. Child, we had just finished filming, so yes, we. But that's what I'm talking about, Latoya. When she said y'all were together, like I understand that y'all got to work together, but for me, my relationship would have been done with Chloe, and that's just I'm me being me. I just know how I am. I'm just not. I can't let nobody in my life just treat me any kind of way. I just can't do that. And I really, like I said, I'm a little older than y'all, so at this point, I don't even have time to put energy into is she cool right now? Is she all right? Because if I got to sit here and worry about what you're doing, I'm not about to worry about that with no man. I know I'm not about to worry about that with no woman. So it's just easy for me to just vacate the premises, just be done with it, and I ain't got to worry about none of it. Cause that was crazy. That when she said y'all were together, I was like, girl. I don't know if y'all can answer that, Ro and Latoya. I don't know if y'all can answer that question. Shamir Corny. Rose said Shamir Corny like that though, so Rumbon makes sense for her. That's the dumbest name ever. It's so stupid. Yeah, she saw it. She saw it super. That's what we was talking about. She sent it to me for me to post. Rum Bum is on brand for Shamia though, because she all about the. And then here it go again. Shamia is lying. Y'all, in season 10, 11, or 12, whenever they was out there playing that kickball, because Candy was on the show, Shamia's behind was not the behind that she got today. And I think when she took that jacket off, everybody saw it. I was like, Shamia, why would you tell them people you ain't had no BBL and you know you got a BBL? Why would you say that? Hey, Candy, that's all right, girl. You're gonna have to watch the replay, honey. We had a pretty good live today. I had a time in Vegas. Love me some Jeezy. I know everybody love Jeezy. Ro and Latoria, are we getting a season 3? The people want to know. Oh, Latoria said we aren't aware of season 3 yet. So we don't know yet. I thought it was funny. I said I was going back blonde during season 1. Okay, Rose said she was going back blonde in season 1. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Pillow talk after the show, watching them episodes will be so cool because they will be able to answer all the questions that we have. They will be able to give us behind the scenes stuff, how things really went down, what's really going on with the girls. I think that'd be great. I honestly think all y'all need to do that. Everybody need to do it. Chloe need to get one with her. Manira and I think Manira and Labrina, they do something. I think that would be great. Raquel says she mad. She got questions. I think y'all need to get together and do it live and answer these people questions, Ro and Latoria. It's gonna be a problem. Ro, this will be a problem, ma'am. This will be a problem. So we all must have an intervention right now because what? Oh Lord have mercy. Cindy said if she cry, it's over for you. I know. I know that's right. Latoya said we be watching this show confused too sometimes. That's why we need y'all voice. We need to hear what y'all think. Bro. She said, let's talk about Josh and the money, honey. What was Josh doing? He got some PPP loans and can't pay him back. That's what it sounded like to me. And Perry, honey. Perry and Minnow. Perry and Minnow. Girl, what are you talking about? Hold on, y'all. I forget to do. What are you talking about? Honey, that is. But bro, what you talking about though? For real, for real. We can't not. We gotta revisit that. We have got to revisit that because I don't know what you mean. Because I don't understand that. Why would you say such thing? Why would you do something like that? That is crazy. Oh Lord, have mercy, Jesus, girl. She said, I ain't worried about nothing. Woo, child, y'all done tickle me. Oh, thank you, Raquel. Thank you so much. We don't know the status of Miss Cook. Best wishes to whatever it is she's trying to do. Well, not. Look what she said. She said, "Ro, not count you out of season 3." Quiet voice. Don't do this to me. All of them had one. Kenny said she didn't have one and did her. I know. Yeah, Shamia behind looks so fake. We're going live after this. Okay, Rose said they're going live after the season finale. Okay, good. She might have enhancements, but I know it's bigger than what it was when she was on there with Candy. I know it's bigger than that. It wasn't that side. I just watched her when she was at Phaedra's black party that night that Britt called um, Kelly a hobbit. It wasn't even big then. That was last season. Mm. Chloe's starting to give me Shemessy vibes. Y'all put her in timeout. Cindy says she at Walmart. Okay. Rose said they going live tonight. What time y'all going to live tonight, Ro? Good morning, Atlanta. Ooh. You see what you started, Ro? Do you see what you started? I wouldn't watch season 3 without Ro. Do you see what you started? Who, girl? Who stole from Elena? Y'all, who? Wait a minute. What Felicia's talking about? Somebody stole from Elena. I know it's live on YouTube, but what time? Yeah, Ro and Latoya are very relatable. Girl. You and wait a minute. But what time, Ro? Millie, what took you so long to do your recap? Girl, let me see. Y'all came on Saturday night, right? What was I doing Saturday? I think I had gone out for a hot second. Oh, I know what I was doing. Girl, I couldn't do it. You got it Sunday, friend. They're gonna be live at 7 p.m. tonight, Central Time. RHOA is good TV. Not RHOA need to go on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. They need some realness. Oh, child, that would be too much. That would be too much for me. RHOA on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Hold on, let me change this up. Let me look at this real quick, and then we got to get out of here. Y'all, I got an appointment in a few minutes. Okay, let me see. RHOA with Phaedra. RHOA with Drew. RHOA interacting with Pinky. RHOA Angela. RHOA with interacting with Kelly. That would be interesting. Because Kelly is a loud socialite. I think Kelly without the divorce is a fun girl. I don't think RHOA can handle Shamia. That would be some good TV. And RHOA with Portia would be good. Bye. Oh my God, y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. RHOA would eat the girls up. It would be rough. All by herself. Child, that would be the end of Housewives of Atlanta. I was like, RHOA shut down Heart and Hustle Houston, and the one that shut down Atlanta, we ain't got nothing else to watch on TV. Oh, Lord have mercy. She said there'll never be a Real Housewives of Detroit. They shut production down first day. Latoya will eat them up. But you know what? Let me tell you, when I went back, when I went back and I was watching the shows, the episode where Portia and them had come to Houston for the relief, I was sitting there watching it, and I was like, that's Latoya. Latoya was on the Real Housewives of Atlanta already. She was one that was, I think she put together that event for them, for the relief event. I was like, Latoya been out here doing that thing. Latoya been that girl for a long time. Yeah, RHOA would make you think Shamia cried for Portia. Yeah, I know, girl. I was sitting out like, oh my God, that's Latoya Lemon. I had to screenshot it and posted it, and I was like, Latoya been the girl for a minute. Girl, you think Shamia cried over Portia? The way RHOA talked to Chloe when she said you need to listen to Miss Sylvia, and RHOA be over it. Confessionals are fantastic. Yeah, let me put this up here. Thank you, Supreme, for real. RHOA and Latoya, I guess Latoya, going live on YouTube at 7:00 tonight. Okay, y'all, I have got to get out of here because I am going to be late for my appointment. But I've already posted a minute. Y'all, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and hype this live. Yeah, it's gonna be both of them. Latoya and RHOA is going live tonight. Hey, what is y'all having something y'all having a brunch, right, RHOA? Not I need RHOA to check Angela and Drew. I think Latoya and RHOA are having a brunch in Houston. What is it, August the 14th or something like that? I really want to come. I got to see if I can come. Because that's going to be get my baby ready to go to school. I don't know if I can slide down there real quick, but I will see. August the 15th. Let me see. What kind of day is that? Yeah, thank you for joining Latoya and RHOA. I really appreciate y'all coming in. Oh, that's on a Saturday. My baby I got to see when Leo got to go to school. I got to see when my baby go to school. Yeah, it's going to be in Houston. Because I was like, I just really want to slide. Because see, my birthday is in August, at the end of August, and I'm never here for my birthday. And I was like, I can go to their brunch, and their brunch can be like my birthday party. Woo! I got it worked out, baby. I figured it out. I'll have me a party on August the 15th. During Leo season. All right, y'all. Thank you, Latoya. Thank you, Ro, for joining us. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for riding with me on this Real Housewives of Atlanta review. I love y'all. Y'all know how much I love y'all. And I appreciate y'all being here. I hope y'all's day, it's almost lunchtime for people. Not you just joined, Anika. Girl, you gonna have to go and watch the replay. I can't be back. Oh, no. Y'all gotta watch the replay. This will get y'all through the rest of the workday. So y'all please like, hype, subscribe, comment, all the things. Send this to your friends. Get them to subscribe, like, hype, comment. And I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Oh, okay. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Love y'all deep. I'll be back with something else because I know something else is going on. Bye, y'all. Y'all have a good day. Happy birthday.